Alright, here's the next day in our painting of the wheel. And I'll show you what the wheel looks like and how I'm going to prepare it. I'll do this step by step so you can see how easy it's going to work. Now we have my two little helper cats. That's Prego, that's Princess. They're both girls. This one's built like a dyke. I mean, solid muscle and everything. Yeah, you just relax. Why don't you go get a shave, honey? So, what I've done here is I've used my caulk, my big stretch caulk, and I've gone in these areas right here. And what are you looking at? And then I've gone in here and here, and I put this on a heater and warmed it up on my little oil heater. So it's really, really cold outside. And what I'm going to have to do is go out and shoot it a little bit and then bring it inside and put it on the heater, I think. Now what my plan is this. I'm not going to paint the whole thing. What I'm going to do is get the hard areas right in here, right around this circular deal right here. And on the other side I'll do the same thing. I'll get all the hard areas because a lot of times you'll miss down in here and here when you go to spray. And then what I've done is I have taken my engine enamel right here. You can see it's floating. This is really hot water probably. Well, it's just really hot. But this was a trick I learned on the internet, and I've been a car painter for 30 years. I never knew about this, but it makes perfect sense. You take your engine enamel, your color, and you soak it for 15 minutes in hot water and get it nice and up to, you know, painting temperature. And you want to shake it really well. And then we'll take it and, well, aren't you a nice little moron? Can you say hello? Come on. I'll give you a cookie. Come on. Say something. Come on, Forrest. You can do it. Great. Now that's the kind of woman I like. One that sits there, doesn't say anything. Meow. What are you looking at? So I'm going to shake the can up, take it out, and spray it, and I'll bring it back inside. Jesus. Just what I like. Yeah, dumb chicks. Okay. Now I've painted the inside, the tough areas of the wheel. It's very hard to do when it's cold out because the paint needs to be at a certain temperature, and so does the metal. Because paint, enamel dries by two methods. It dries by evaporation halfway, and halfway by a chemical reaction, oxidation. So, and you can see here where these little tiny dots right here are where I have a little bit of silicone on the wheel. But I went around to get all the little spots in the edges here. And on the other side, I've taken off the black seal here and gone inside where the bearing is. And you can see how well this is just the first coat. There may be 2 or 3 coats. But you can see how well the spokes are molded into the rim now. They don't have that black ugly line. Now this is a real old rim, so it really doesn't matter if it's totally perfect. But now I'm going to put it in my room and put it on the heater and let it dry up a little bit. And then when I get all done with the center part, doing the hardest part, I will take the paint and I'll get the outer rim here, and I'll paint the inner rim here. And if you don't get it on perfectly, or if you get some runs, and runs are real easy to do when it's cold. If you get some runs or something like that, don't worry about it. Just you can either sand them out, or if you get some light and dark spots, just take your engine enamel after you get everything dry and come back and just mist coat it. Another thing that you don't want to do, you do not want to put too much paint on your coats, because what happens is with all the solvents and everything in the paint, it's just like sticking your piece in a paint remover batter. If it has too much solvents and it dries too slowly, it will go inside the old paint and start to eat it, and you get this crinkly finish, and there's nothing you can do but sand it off. So go slow, be patient, and do as many coats as you want. And then when you get done with that, then and everything is dry, really dry, you get it where you want it, then we're going to put on the clear coat. And when we put on the clear coat, that I may sand a little bit with 2000 grit and get it real smooth. It's just it's an experiment. I want to see if this big stretch will work. In automotive, it's because I'm too lazy to go down and get it. There is what's called a panel cement, or panel. They put it between panels, and you can paint automotive paint on it. But I'm too lazy to go down and get some, so I thought I'd try this house one, see if it worked. So we'll see. And the gold paint here is a little darker than the original. That means when I put the clear on it, it's going to get even darker. But that's the closest I could get to the color. And we continue with how to paint a Dio wheel. It's looking pretty good. Anyone can do this if you just have a little bit of faith. And of course, my great videos.